Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Wish you all are good. And today we are going to learn the new material entitled Expressions of Asking and Giving Opinion. Here we go. First slide is I would like to give you how to ask the opinion when you have the problem, when you have the trouble with something that you need to ask opinion to the other one. Yeah. So you can use these phrases. You can use what do you think, and do you know what I mean, for example. And then do you agree with me? Would you go along with me? And would you agree with me, or something else? Uh, in these 6 phrases that you can pick only one that you are familiar with. For example, here the most familiar asking opinion phrases is do you agree with me? So if you are bored to use these phrases, you can use the other one. Yeah. And then the next one is giving opinions. So it's not only asking opinion, but also sometimes you need to give your opinion to someone. So you can use these phrases like in my opinion, or in my view, or in my point of view, or you can say just from my side, for example. That's really simple. Yeah? And you can say just I believe, or I strongly believe that. Yeah. And then, for example, here I have the note that using in my opinion is a great way of telling people what you think, and also make sure they know that it is just your opinion. You can see here in the short conversation of the examples. Hey Homero, what do you think of programmer? So Homero giving her opinion using in my opinion, because this one is the most familiar phrases when you give the opinions to someone. And then agreeing, yeah, when you give your opinion, sometimes you agree and sometimes you disagree. When you say agreeing, so you can say just I totally agree with you, or you just say I totally agree with that, or you can just say the simple one I feel the same, or you can say absolutely, or definitely, or exactly. That the most important thing here is just use the phrases that you feel that it's easy for you. And then also disagreeing, when you disagree with someone's opinion or someone's statement, then you can say I'm afraid I disagree, or you just say I disagree. But in the other way, you just also say I don't think so, or I don't feel the same. Just a simple one also. And then the next one, sometimes you 50-50 to say agree or disagree. You can use that I see your point, but for example, you make a good point, but I agree with you to an extent. However, you just say the reason after that. Yeah, yeah. So you just need to put the reason after that. And then also you have here the weak opinion. So what is the weak opinion? The weak opinion is like the opinion that you need to have more data, or you need to have more reason to explain. So which is called the weak opinion. If you have the opinion but you think that you don't have the data to say that, you just say I think, I don't think, I would have thought that, for example. And the medium also, you have the medium opinion, just say I believe, yeah. And then I see it, it strikes me that, for example. And then the strong opinion, you can say I'm absolutely and I'm convinced that, or I strongly believe that. That's called the strong opinion. It means that you have the data, when you have the fact, when you tell something that you have the fact, so which is called strong opinion. And then you can say, I strongly believe that you love me, for example, right? Okay. For example, you can say here, I think it's a good movie. I don't doubt that smoking is bad for you, next, etc. And then giving reason when you have, when you want to say something and then you need a reason, you just say. Sometimes when we give opinions, when we want, where opinions we may want to give a reason. For example, you can say firstly, secondly, or to start with, or one reason is, for example, or you can say for one thing, that's for the reason. So it's not only using because for the reason, but also you can use these phrases. Yeah. And I prefer to use for one thing, for showing my reason. So when you also interrupting, so you can say, excuse me, can I just say that I disagree with you, for example. For example, sorry to interrupt, but yeah, but I always use sorry to interrupt when I am interrupting someone's opinion or someone's statements, because it's a simple. And then the last one, the last line before the closing, I have to stopping someone from interrupting you when you are explaining something to someone. Yeah, so and then someone try to interrupt you, you just say, hang on, let me finish my explanation, for example. If you'd let me finish, I'd like to answer your question, for example. So be more polite in the public forum. Yeah, don't say stop, yeah, stop. Yeah. So it's not polite. It is in polite way. So please be polite when you want to continue your explanation from interrupting. Yeah. I think that's all for the material. Thanks a million. And if you have questions, just ask me through the Telegram group. And have a good day, everyone. Cheers. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.